Hello everyone. The date up here is February the 11th, 2017. Come back 3 minutes. UTC time, 12:43 a.m. And you will have a lunar eclipse this month. The new moon from this eclipse was in Capricorn, Earth sign, and it will manifest in a fire sign. I like to think of it as light more than fire. That was the terminology that came down in the ancient language, and they've stuck with it throughout the ages. Let's take a quick look at some of where the other planets are. I see Vesta up here in Gemini in the masculine side. Jupiter still in mutable Earth of Virgo. Saturn finally coming off that knee of Ophiuchus and moving into Sagittarius, and literally this is where the sun goes on the solstice, and the story of it dies for 3 days and then's resurrected. But Saturn is going to move into Sagittarius, but then it's going to pull a retrograde and go back into Scorpio. So those of you need to keep an eye on when this goes down. I'll give you a heads up. But those of you who are going through your Saturn return, either in Sagittarius or Scorpio, are going to feel this effect shift in and out on you through the remainder of this year. Sorry about that. Mercury and the Sun in Capricorn. And this is the sign that the moon manifested its new moon in to achieve this full moon. And Mercury, the sign of communication, and the Sun, which rules Leo, which had its eclipse in Leo last year, and its opposite. So basically, if you'll picture in your mind the zodiac wheel, where the Sun is in reference to the moon, it's exactly opposite for that eclipse to happen. So the left front paw of the lion is equivalent to the fish tail of the sea goat, if that makes sense to you. It helps you get a visual reference of what's exactly across the sky from these signs. When you have these eclipses, it marks that, because the Earth will be exactly in the middle of the Sun and the Moon for that eclipse to happen. Venus and Mars and Uranus all in Pisces. Neptune is sitting over here in Aquarius, almost in the water, quite brilliant, next to the star Hodor, which is, let's go find out the translation of that, because Neptune will be conjuncting that star. Oh, it's not going to give it to us. How about that? Okay, in the Arabic, this is a very different picture here when you get to see it this way. The Sun is still in the tail of the goat, but Mercury is dead up in the mouth of the goat. This is cardinal Earth. To be the Pope, you must be a cardinal of the Earth. And so we're going to hear probably something from the Vatican that day, or they definitely will be busy on their little telescopes. Venus and Mars in the fish, and I call this the belly of the whale. When the moon transits through here, it does a little wobble, and every once in a while it'll follow this belt right here in the belly of the whale, and it's here for almost 3 days. It comes in, it's there, and on the 3rd day it comes out. That's Jonah and the whale. So, planet of transformation, Uranus, got Mars and Venus coming through this month. Let's see where Pluto is. taking a look at everybody else. Here, just a few hours after the eclipse, let's see when, the moon will become conjunct right before 8 a.m. with the heart of the lion, Regulus. Pluto's still in Sagittarius, Saturn moving that way. Alright, I want to offer you guys another book. Seems like I had a page up. Yeah, here you go. This is timeanddate.com up here in the left hand corner, and it's countdown to the eclipse. And here's the map that shows you can put in your city or county and it'll take you to it. And this is just a great website. We got an annual solar eclipse on the 26th coming up this month. We have a partial lunar eclipse on August 7th and a total solar eclipse on August the 21st. Let's pop this one right quick and take a look. It's in 25 days. It's February the 26th. And it will cover, again, what we saw last year when it happened in Leo, which was the southern part of Africa coming off Madagascar into India on that side, and now it's going to hit this side of South America into Africa. It went this way before. Now it's going to go this way, catching the other part of that wave. So let's go take a quick look at that. Let's get that up on our, moving to the 26th. Just stay where you're at. Talking to myself again. Alright, and that will happen wow. Both of them are going to be in Aquarius. Let's look at our tradition. Both in the thigh of the Aquarian with Mercury there as well. And this sign is an air sign, but it's ruled by Saturn. Mars will be conjunct Uranus. That's very interesting because Uranus is the planet of outer transformation and Mars is the planet of action. Neither one of them are exalted in this sign, but this is the sign of the church. And Venus is there too. So a lot going on right there. Of course, Jupiter will remain. What have I got going on here? Jupiter will still be in Virgo. Yes. And Saturn is moving right along. There's Neptune. I meant Pluto. And you know what? Neptune's in this mix as well. So, big day on the 26th. Sitting between Neptune and Mercury. Alright, and that's going to be for South America into Africa this time instead of Africa into India. We'll have to take a more look at that. I'll try to do another video on what it means to have an eclipse in a particular sign and see if I can't get a little better information on this, because, I mean, that's big for it to happen in Aquarius and Leo, which is the king sign and the sign of the age of Aquarius, the coming age. Our future. Alright, while I got a few minutes here, I did want to I did that backwards. I want to be here. I have a book for you. And it's Robert Hewitt Brown. It was published in 1882. This is a republish. It was written in 1882. Stellar Theology and Masonic Astronomy. I want to just go through the index here so you can see what it's about, if you want it or not. Contents. This one was published with a foreword by Jordan Maxwell and a slight introduction, a few words to the fraternity. Ancient Mysteries Described. Chapter 3 goes through astronomical facts from the ecliptic zodiac through the signs, the solstice points, the equinox points, and the precession of the equinoxes. What the ancients knew about astronomy. The second part is in the form of a Masonic lecture, and it does have diagrams. Masonic astronomy, name of the order, astronomy and geometry, the lodge, officers, how everything relates, the words, the names, the royal art, King Solomon, Hiram Abiff, the astronomical allegory of the death and resurrection of the sun. We talked about that a while ago. Appendix to the second part, the judgment of the dead. Part 3, explanation of the emblems, symbols, legends of the mysteries, both ancient and modern, and the lost meaning, and many of them restored. This is what I've been working on. The 7 stars, ladder of the 7 rounds, Masonic ladder of the 3 rounds. Everything's in here. Faith, hope, and chanty. I don't know what happened to charity. Corn, oil, and wine, the blazing star, the square, the festivals, all-seeing eye. It's pretty much everything in here. The letter G, the equilateral triangle, the compasses, the corn, everything. The checkerboard floor, the beehive, the coffin, the keystone, the art, the word 7, the figure, the triple tau. It's all in here. This would be the illustrations that they give you. They're even numbered. Quite a few of them, actually. And then Jordan Maxwell. Okay. I'll cut this one here. Stellar Theology and Masonic Astronomy. Drop me an email if you want the book, and I'll send it back to you. And everybody have a great day. And don't forget to look up at those stars.